Hello, come on in. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my God, girl. Hey, come in, speak to me, I speak back. Yes, I'll be here with you guys with some of your guys' lunch break. Come on in. So how I do my going lives. I don't necessarily have a topic. You guys come in, you speak to me, I'll respond back. You bring up a topic, we'll talk about it. Lunchtime. I'm trying to block my calendar off for work because I'm tired of people wanting to meet with me last minute. Good afternoon. How are you? Check in. Let me know where you guys are checking in from. Y'all know I am y'all Glenwood cousin. Trying to block off my calendar. I hate when people put last minute meetings on my. I'm not interested. Not interested. Hello, Cruz. Hello, Big Rome W 8355. Hello. I might like I didn't see this message from myself. Hi, Alex. Hope some of my cousins come on in here, my people. Subscribe to my page. Join me. I do commentary, reaction. But my channel was never meant to be a reactionary channel. It's supposed to be story times, but I gotta get my following up. Hello. Hi, Dre. Hi, Connor. Nanchi. I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you. Hello. Thank you, Alex. You in Cali? No, I'm not in Cali. I'm in Georgia. You can't hear the southern accent. My southern drawl. It's so funny. So I've lived all over the world, in some states. And usually people know that I'm from the South, but they never can place exactly where I'm from. Hello, Caleb. Hello, Manny. Malai Kumar Paul. Hello, Manny. Yeah, so I'm here to spend lunchtime with you guys. I usually try to end the day, but we're not ending the day today. I actually want to work out and then wash my hair. And this is gonna be the first time I do wash my own hair. But I don't know how long that's going to take, so I don't be up all night because I have important things to do tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. So y'all probably wondering why I'm working and I'm wearing this. So for those who don't follow me, who don't look at my shorts, you guys should look at my shorts and my stories, whatever. I find myself to be quite funny. Do you believe the mom will give an update on the case? I think that's going to take a few months for us to hear anything back. Unfortunately, our justice system is quite slow. Rockdale County, I'm not really sure how fast Rockdale get through stuff because this all I believe is going through Rockdale. Now, I will tell you guys, and I told you guys, I have a friend who's actually the exec admin for one of the criminal judges in Atlanta. And I did reach out to them and discuss this matter. But so far, everything currently is going through Rockdale. So I'm 5'9", Dre. I'm somewhere 5'9", 5'9.5". So, no, I'm not 5'10". And actually, I think I have, lost a couple inches as I've aged. But I've been told everything from 5'8" to 5'9.5". So I'm going to stick with 5'9". Back in the day, I did model some, and the perfect height back then. Well, nowadays, they're like height inclusive. Back then, it was like 5'10", so I was considered like short, on the shorter side. Thank you. I like to thank my parents and Miss H2O and working out. Also, my grandmother, she's rest her soul. Is something in my water? My grandmother, my mom's mom's Italian, and she told me as a teenager that I had to start using sunblock and everything. She was like, Rox, you have white blood, so you might age quicker than the normal black woman. So you need to make sure you use your sunblock and all your skincare. So I've been taking care of my skin since I was young, because I was always worried about that, okay? You never know what's gonna pop out. You can tell that I model. Thank you. Am I mixed? Well, I have a percentage of Italian in me because of my mom's mom. Okay. Oh, so you've been here. Okay, yeah. So I have quite a few stretch pieces. So I go through different eras when it comes to my dressing. Okay. And this was like my stretch piece era, and I would say this is probably about 4 years ago. It kind of extended, and so the problem is that unfortunately I'm so worried about becoming a hoarder. My grandmother was a hoarder. I mean, I think this generation me is like trying to break all the maternal curses that was over my family. So I am so worried about becoming a hoarder. I have 2 large walk-in closets, and they are full with clothes. It is organized chaos. I have stuff all on my floors and everything. And so I am trying to get rid of outfits. It's so funny because when I detangled my locks, one of the first outfits I put on was this dress. And then I went over to my parents, I said, it was like, why did that look so familiar? I realized I was wearing a dress that I had when I was married. This dress was probably like 14, 15 years old. I was like, I got to do better. I can't be doing this. So now I'm going through my closet, and because I changed my style, this was back in the days, little cheap little outfit, inexpensive. My style has drastically changed. So I want to put these clothes on, and then I want to donate them. Oh yes, I used to have dreads. I've only been undreaded for like 2 weeks, maybe, if that. I've had locks for over 8.5 years. Yeah, so like 10 days, I think I've not had locks. 15 years old dress, impressive. A 15 years old dress. Actually, I lost weight to get back into that dress. I didn't lose weight to get back in that dress. I was strength training, and I ended up losing weight. You just cut your locks? Oh my God. The one thing I'm happy with them being gone is that my neck is so much lighter. I was constantly like cracking my neck every day. Oh, it's a lot of weight off me. Did you used to be the mayor of Detroit? Did I used to be the mayor of Detroit? No, but funny thing is my grandfather is from Detroit. Was from Detroit. Your outfit is beautiful. If you haven't seen my outfit, I will stand up though. Let's see. Hi. Hello everyone who's coming in. They were, okay, so I had to think back. So, I knew my lock era was ending after 8.5 years. And so I had to like watch a lot of YouTube, Instagram videos about like how to take care of your hair. Because with locks, I would just go to my beautician whatever. And then I was able to work out with no problem and everything. So it was a blessing with that. When your hair is straight and my hair is natural, you can still see like it's not laying down smooth. My hair is natural. You have to worry like I work out, a few, more than a few times, but quite a bit. I work out and now I got to worry about my hair every day, maintaining it. So sometimes hair can feel like a prison for a black woman. You missed your locks. You know what? In a couple of years, I might get locked. And it's so funny that my mother started her locks, and I ended mine. So, can I sing? Very, very little. Now, I was classically trained back in the day, but I've always had the voice of someone. Okay, I think there's people who are gifted to sing. I actually have a family I have quite a few singers in my family. Some people are gifted to sing, other people are trained. So back in the day, I was trained and I used to sing like classical music, but I have not sung in a long time. However, I kind of like passed on the tradition because my son, he plays the piano and I love music. He also plays the drums. So I passed on that music, love of music. Thank you. Thank you. So a lot of people tell me that I have the voice of a singer. But very little. I can hold a note, I can harmonize, but I'm not going to be the one standing up front. No, I'm not that type of singer. I can do some scales. All right. So who is in here? I only got 12 people. Who in here are in the whole street sector? Check in. Let me see who's in here in the street sector. See, so with my page, although I talk about some of the street sector stuff, I don't want my page to become just talking about the street sector and ASI. I really want my page to be more so like, we can talk about that, but it's get to know me. Let's have a good time. Let's talk about any and everything. I usually can hold a conversation pretty much about any and everything. You ask it, let's talk about it. I'll teach you some things we can learn. Please say we love you, Tika. I love you, Tika. Good morning. Oh, watch it from Hawaii. I would love to go to Hawaii. You from the UK? So I'm here during lunchtime. I'm not going to do a 360. I will stand up. I don't know why. Okay, you know what is so funny to me? Because I know this is a man, okay? So what is so funny to me is that it is always men coming into a live asking for a 360. They don't even say, hello, good day, how are you? Now, I started off my whole little social media thing on TikTok. It was actually too much for me because that just constant just noise, it was too much. And then men will come in and it was just constant like sexualizing everything. I'm like, look, if you're going to be sexual, you at least need to cash at me, okay? For me to even entertain you verbally. And they'll be the first ones come in, want you to do 360 and everything. See, that's how you do it, sir. Thank you. Hi, how are you? I'm doing well. Hello from LA. 90s music, real face. Hello. That's what they say. I've only had a couple people who have cash at me, but if you want to cash at me, $ROXIRED. By all means. $ROXIRED. Let's see who really does it. There's only been one person, like I think maybe two, who's cashed at. I am doing well. This is a simp. I mean, the thing is, you come into a lot of people's channels. You pay for streaming services, so you come into people's channels and you want to be entertained. So what's wrong with cash apping people? It's not just about being a simp. I don't know. You know what? It must be hard. I mean, it's definitely difficult being a woman because, my God, everybody, a black woman, everybody talk about us. But being a man, when it comes to other men, especially, it's more online than anything. Y'all are always judging each other. Oh, that's simpish. Oh, look at him pandering. He say something in regards like positive towards women. Oh, now they're pandering. It's like, God, you men can be so negative towards each other. My goodness. What inspired me to do YouTube? Okay, so when I go to parties and stuff, and like, I'm always like telling stories about my life and everything. And everyone is like, oh my God, your life is like Tyler Perry. And then I usually could just make people laugh and what have you. And so I was just like, you know what? After seeing some people do story times on online, YouTube and stuff, I was like, you know what? I could do story times to people. And I started off with YouTube, but then I was like, I don't want to do, I didn't have many followers at all. Hell, I only have 1,000 now. And I was like, I don't want to give my stories, and I'm not going to get many views right now. So my homegirl was like, go over to TikTok. So I took some of my stories over. I went over to TikTok, try to do my stories, and then all the guys was just trying to sexualize me and everything. I was like, oh my God, I'm trying to tell my stories. And I was, but then it was like they became sexual. So then I used to have like a grown people's, I started coming late at night, and we would do like a grown person's talk, and we'll talk about, adult stuff. But then it was just too much. It's like, motivate me. You want me to talk? You send me some money or stuff. Send cash at me. Over there in TikTok, TT, they have like you can send like gifts or stuff. Some be like 1 cent or stuff. I was like, no. But it just became too much. I'm like, I don't like all this energy. Men are very filthy. It's like, I'm thinking, don't you have somebody at home? Go entertain them. And so TT just became too much. Okay, so I was just like, I just want to tell my stories. So I'm back over here. Okay, back over here. So I'm gonna tell once I get my following up. So what happened is I ended up doing a reaction to Marcus' channel on the street sector, ASI. And then, I got quite a few followers from that. And so I want to get back to my channel up before I really start telling my stories, because if I'm going to tell my stories, then I want people to watch. Because what I'm going to do, like in a year, retell my story? And like, okay. Oh my God, don't ever, I said I look way better than your wife. Don't you ever say that. God, don't ever say that. Okay, motivate your wife to do something with herself. Give her some money. And tell her go get her hair done or something. Get a blowout. Oh, body is a forehead and pattern baldness is a 10. I do not have pattern baldness. I don't know if you're talking about me, but I do not have baldness. My man, but I have respect for women. Thank you. I like that apple. Thank you. Oh, Jackson. You need to say hello before you come here being nasty. Being mannish. Being mannish already. Y'all men are a mess. Some of y'all. Oh my God, I will show you my outfit. I will show you my outfit. Oh my God. Let me go. I need to squat the way so I can make sure it's pulled down, because some of y'all see my little exercise machine? I do that when I'm at home. My stomach is tore up. So this is my outfit check. No, I'm not gonna do all. My stomach is swole today. I've been eating unhealthy. Oh Jesus. My mother was feeling nostalgic yesterday, and she was thinking about her father. So she cooked all of his favorite food. Even though he's from Detroit, it was a lot of Southern, a lot of people from the South moved to Detroit many years ago. So she cooked all this food yesterday, and my stomach is not used to eating all that stuff, and so my stomach is tore up. Thank you, boo. Thank you, Wi-Fi. Thank you, Papa Joshua. So that's my little fit. So this okay. So I was thinking, y'all. So I asked in one of my shorts. Y'all know I'm y'all Glenwood cousin. I was thinking, should I take, or would this be me promoting whoreness for the 304 lifestyle? Should I take my stretch pieces after I wear them, take them off of Glenwood Road, and hand them out to the working girls? Should I do that? Thank you. This is hereditary. When I was very young, I was self-conscious about my forehead. However, there are a lot of models and everything with large foreheads. My auntie was a professional model. Large forehead is just hereditary. So I began to just embrace it. No, I'm out of my stretch piece error. So I'm going to donate it. So I'm thinking, because in my neighborhood, they have like trucks and stuff that comes by and picks up clothes and stuff for the domestic violence houses and stuff, but what lady domestic violence house need to be wearing this? When I could just go around the corner and give it to the working girls? Oh, when I was younger, it was like, all right, every joke, 5 head, 4, like, Field 4 said, it was just all types of stupid jokes. And I was just like, you know what, I just embrace it after a while. So should I give my toast to the working girls? You really think you're doing something. Gentle cream pie. Here comes another lonely ass soul. These men are so sad. It's like they get no real attention in life. Real life, you know, not YouTube. So they come on here without a picture and to bother women. I'm sorry that someone you liked rejected you. Well, what did you expect when you were not on their level? You're reaching high. You're like a 2, but you're reaching for a 6. Okay? Go back to your level. All right? Then you wouldn't be on people's lives telling them what they think they're doing. No, you think I'm doing too much. My little channel. Sonny, you look good. If I came on here with my hair scarf on, crust in my eyes, my robe, I still would think I'm beautiful. Okay. I am of a particular age. You know, a lot of times women take all their life to, you know, gain confidence. I am not worried about cream pie. Cream pie is probably sitting there touching on himself, looking at me. Okay. I don't even know what that means. They're lonely people. Lonely. And it's usually men. It's usually men that just want to hate. It's like there are so many other channels on here that you could be where your type will be accepted. Lonely, desperate men who's been rejected their whole lives. I'm sure there are channels for that. There is probably like red pill and everything. You could be there, but no, you chose to be here and watch me. So obviously you like it. Hey, hands down, be high. You don't get lonely, get them. You don't get lonely? Of course. Who don't get lonely? Who don't get lonely sometimes? Shoot, my child is so much of an introvert. I could be in the house with my child and I'm lonely. I'm like, dang, would you come give me some attention? And the next thing I hear him screaming while playing video games, I'm like, okay, I'm no longer lonely. Amen, baby girl. You know, more than 0 class. Hey, Rapper One. Good afternoon, Cutie Pie Chocolate. Hey, Rox. Hello, Tizzy T. Hi. Hello. I'm just happy to be my age and still look fairly decent, okay? Because I look at some people who I graduated with and everything, and I'm like, dang, girl. Thanks, sir. Hey, Miss Nola. Yeah, a lot of people are just lame. They just pathetic. Oh, lonely lives. Thank you. I look like I'm 26. Now, I've never been told I would look that young, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Y'all saw my little story time about the last person I last dated, how old they were. He was very young. Thank you. I look way beyond decent. And then to look like this and all I have on is lipstick. Okay. I don't have like foundation or anything on. I feel quite blessed. Why you can't stop touching your hair? You know what? So it's the thing of it being natural. So my hair is fine. However, because it's like natural, it does give it some like thickness, and I put rollers in it so people tell me I have the older hairstyle. But just seeing like, you see how this is kind of frizzy and stuff? It kind of bothers me a little bit, and it's just not curling it exactly how I want it to. Oh, thank you. You look a mess. So does your mama. Yeah, I got 10. You had 10 minutes to do what? Hello, ma'am. My name is Jack. Can you please be a moderator? I want to filter out the good and bad messages. You know what? When I used to be on here quite a bit, I would have, a lot of people, before I started doing content on an ASI, and now mind you guys, I got like 1,300 followers now. I had like 800 followers. And I would come on here and men would just say some of the most outlandish things, and I would just cuss their asses out. And I got a lot of followers for some reason. I guess men are like, what do they call it? Masochists. They just love being cussed the hell out. I probably would make a lot of money being a dominatrix. And I would just get followers because they just loved it. Can you listen to you all day? Enjoy your day and attention. Thank you, babe. Nice tea. Thank you. You know what? So it's so crazy to me. So I had like little crooked tooth down here, and my big age, it has never bothered me. I've never had any problems with like dating anyone. It's never been an issue. And then I think I just went through a midlife crisis or something, and I paid to get Invisalign. Never bothered me at all. And all of a sudden, I'm like, midlife crisis. Let me go start dating somebody that's young as hell, and then now I'm waiting on my Invisalign to come through and still being retrained. I imagine if I cut my locks, I'll be in hair. Oh my goodness, yes. And then even before I got locks, I did not know how to do hair. Out of all my mother's daughters, it just was not my forte. I'm like, I think I'm 5'9". Oh, I'm 30. Oh, thank you. People get you love hearing people get roasted. It's fine if it's like a 1, 2, maybe 3. But when it's like maybe they're in a group or something, it's like, okay, we're just gonna come to a Rox page and it's like back to back. I'm like, dang, can I have a conversation? Can I have a conversation? I'm not familiar with you yet, California King. I want some people like I really know their names. I'm older. Hey, shut up. She's great. To be my moderator. And then I would have to figure out, I don't even know how to do all that. How to get a moderator. So, I'm going to wash it today. So, we're going to see how that looks when it's poofed. Because my hair is very oily. I'm too old to be on YouTube. Okay, he's getting on my nerves. I put him in timeout. It's like, okay, come here, say your couple comments, and I can deal with it. But now you get on my nerves. Good for you. Think you don't want it anymore. Oh, you have a blessed day too, Skip. What city do I rep? So I rep Decatur because I've been in Decatur quite a bit of my life. That's the place I've been most of my life, and it's not much because I've lived all over. I'm originally, but I haven't been in a while, from New Jersey. So every place, so where I'm from originally and where I grew up for the most part, all ghetto places, okay? So I am just pretty much a refined, over the years became refined, okay, to be quite honest. And had it not been for my father, I would probably be, okay? Because he had to tame my mother. And had it not been for my father, my goodness, I would have been a really hot mess. And had it not been for probably like going off to college and stuff. How do I get to know you? Honestly, shit, I'm outside Savannah, so I hear you, shouty. I have a nephew down there in college. So I'm just refined. So sis, that's ghetto and sis. Okay, she's just more refined, you know, with age. Georgia. But I used to spend quite a few of my summers, and I used to go there for my birthday. And you said Illinois, in the south side of Illinois. That's why I used to spend my summer. So it's kind of like a second home for me. I used to go there more than I would go back originally, like back home to see my family in New Jersey. My family kind of like split up. My father's side is from here in Chicago. My mother's side, her father's side is from Detroit, West Side. So, you know, my ghetto-ass family. And then we have the other side, New York and New Jersey. So my mother's side, all from the north. And they just migrated to like Cali. Georgia Peach. Yeah, so we are here because I became a Georgia Peach because my dad, because of his family. No longer wanted to live in the north. You have a good one, Rapper One. Oh yeah, so Rapper One, if y'all ever noticed, Rapper One is always, whoever follows my page, is always flirting with me. Are y'all anyone familiar with Rapper One? learned about Rapper One from Troy's World. He was the one who allowed the homeless girls from Atlanta Street Interviews to come visit, and they were supposed to be, supposedly they were supposed to be his maids if everything worked out. But for one day, when he said they left blood on his restroom floor, they were funky. What else he said? His suitcase smelled. They smelled. What? It was like what, drunks or something. What else did he say? It was a lesbian couple. He let supposedly move in. However, because when they were talking, they were sharing stories about how they used to go to, I think they said, do swinging clubs and everything. These lesbian couple, homeless lesbian couple. He wanted to freak them. So he didn't care that their booty was stinking and their luggage was stinking. And oh my God, I forgot where Rapper One lived. I think Virginia. So he sent them on a bus from Georgia to, I think, Virginia. And I might be wrong. It's either Virginia, like the Carolinas. He sent them on a bus to his house. Okay. The lesbian, one of the lesbian couples who was the stud, she was immaculately impregnated because she said she, didn't sleep with no man, but somehow she was pregnant. He sent him on a Greyhound bus to see him, to become his maid, supposedly, and for him to get the draws of the lesbian couple. He wants to go out with old girl. He wants to take old girl out. Oh my God. Yes, Feisty and her wife, yes. Thank you for subscribing, y'all. You subscribe, so yeah. So all this, and he still wanted that cat. Now, when I learned about Rapper One and I watched the videos and everything with Troy, that man kind of scared me. Because I'm used to dating a particular man now. What type of man would be interested in some fishy cat? Well, I was like, what type of man would send for some homeless girls to live in his house? I know he was stayed and they were supposed to be his maids, but he still wanted the panties. Even after they bled all over your restroom floor and left it there. It was bloody tissues. They left it there. It's cute. Thank you. No offense, sir, but Rapper One says it ain't so. Is Rapper One still here? So he wants to take old girl out. First of all, we live in 2 different states, and I will never get on nobody's Greyhound bus to go see no man. Okay? Never. So that's not happening. Secondly, he kind of scares me. Okay, so I'm not judging. And of course, I've dated men who curse. But when he was on Troy's World, it's like every other word you cursing. Sir, I'm happy to be out with you in public. I don't do public embarrassment. You just cussing and stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe depending on the woman he interacts with, he will show up better. But he want to take me out on a date, y'all. He ran away. I think he had to get back to work. I'm cute for a black woman. That is an insult, sir. Thank you, but how about just being cute? She's cute for a black woman. Like black women aren't attractive? Yes, we are. Oh, I'm gonna tell them Cutie Pie Rock. Oh my God, I'm cute for a black woman. Thank you, I'm cute for a black woman. Oh, you cute? That's like saying, oh, you cute for a bigger woman. People, I don't know, sometimes if men hear what comes out of their mouths, it's like, did you think about that, sir? Did you think about that, sir? Well, thank you for the compliment. Thank you. Thanks for compliments. You know, women, we good at picking ourselves apart. But I'm more so now like, you better take the cellulite. You better take all this. Okay, so I was thinking, since we met Rapper One on Troy's World, maybe, because Rapper One even have less followers than myself, maybe, y'all, if anybody watched For the Love of Rapper One, maybe we could do a For the Love of Rapper One or For the Love of the Rox Box. And we could all go to Troy's channel since he has more followers, but you know, it can bring more attention. You heard about Marcus alleged photo leak? Okay, so I heard that from a few channels. I heard that from Bishop, and of course I heard that from, oh my God, Dominique, and of course Feisty. But Troy was the one who came out, what, yesterday or the day before, and he said that really was not his picture of him tooting his behind up. What's up, chat? Hey, everybody. You want to be a bus ticket to VA? I am not busting. I am not getting on nobody's Greyhound. I have never rode a bus anywhere. I've been flued out. I've been flued out quite a few times. And the funny thing is, nowadays it's called trafficking. You get flued out, and y'all do the adult things. It's trafficking now. I guess I've been trafficked a few times. And I liked every time. Oh my God, I am not bus ticketed. No. There's not a man out there I would, but I don't care. The Man Act. So you could be trafficked. Yes, you can be. Even your own cognizance, you could be trafficked. You go out there, meet a man, and you do grown folk stuff, you are trafficked. Crazy. Hey, from Barbados. Hey. You have a great day. It's called The Man at Crazy Work. Yes, I was the one. I know y'all heard on Troy's channel yesterday. He didn't. I guess he didn't know who he got the information from. But I was the one that shared talking about Marcus and the underage girl that he filmed child porn. Yeah, so you could take someone from one county to the next. And that's called trafficking. Because, you know, he took the girl out but I think he said, someone stated that the Airbnb was in Atlanta. But he took the girls out to eat in Atlanta. And I don't think he took them to DeKalb County. So I think he stayed in Atlanta. But yeah, you can go from county to county considered trafficking. Well, that real hair looks great. Thank you. I have to wash it. It's so oily. Mark is going to take the definition of trafficking and run with it. You know, the longer nothing happens to him, I think people are going to start humanizing him again. And they're going to excuse his behavior, even though it's a 17 years old. I mean, it's illegal to film a 17 years old. I think people are going to humanize him. And it's just going to go back to everyday, back to business, even though it's wrong. And so he's just going to continuously do what he's been doing. The longer it takes. Obviously, he doesn't care. He's coming on live talking about the whole situation. And he says he has a lawyer. Boy, shut up. Yeah, he's nasty. I don't even understand. And the girl just turned 17. Literally, in May. I don't understand. I have a teenage son. I don't know what grown-ass woman would look at him and say she's attracted to it. I don't understand. What man should look at that girl and find her attractive? Especially, why would one want to film that? His daughters are the same age as that girl. And his daughters probably could pass for being older because, you know, sometimes when you have a little weight on you, that's when they try to assume you're a little older than what you are. So that girl, she was very petite. There's no way he thought that girl was 18 or 19. 16 consent age in Georgia, I don't agree with. Oh, absolutely not. Good afternoon. I don't think it should be 18. I mean, you 16, you get pregnant. What? You basically just having a baby for your mother to take care of? That is too young to be having sex. It should be taken to 18. It's a lot of them would be surprised. Oh, I know it's a lot. I'm just more so surprised when I made my video on my thing about the people who are openly making excuses for them. Like, back in the day when I worked in the social service field and in the legal system, I saw it all the time. And I was just sickened by it. I mean, even coming from black family, I had stuff like that within my own extended family. So I know it exists, but to like come out in front of people, I mean, just in front of people to be like, oh, you okay with that? Well, people do worse things, so you'll be fine. Y'all saw that one comment I posted about that. That man said he don't want the government telling him who to be romantic with. That man looked like he was older than 40. Really, sir? So you want to be with a 15 and younger? Sick. Yeah, she's a stick figure. She looks nothing. I'm surprised she is even 17. She literally looks like 15, 16. But then again, guys, she just turned 17. And she was 27. Who was 27? Who was 27? Oh, you meant she was 17. Yeah. Just turned 17. What, been a couple months? You can't even, okay, it's so crazy to me. You can't even go out here as a 16 years old and get a full-time job. Under law, no. You can't even work to a certain, you have to start working at a certain time as a 16 years old. So that's consent. So you get pregnant, you can't even like really take care of that child like that. That's crazy. I don't even have it in me to date a girl my age. You gotta be way older than me. I'm 35. My woman is 54. Okay, sir. I'm all with the age gap thing as an adult. I'm all with that. I've only been okay, my parents have quite a bit of age difference, like 9 years apart. But I didn't really know it was like a thing now that there's so many older women getting with younger men. And not just like, okay, of course, you know, a lot of younger guys, they want to try it out, but like actual relationships, people are actually getting married. I didn't even know that's like a thing now. Like people are actually marrying much older women. You know how a lot of men like to talk about older women. They think that we're like, need to be recycled or something, thrown away once we get like, what is it, 30, 35, especially 35, I think we need to be thrown away. Come get me, I'm too fine. I am very single. Your mom is 10 years older than your dad? That's cool. I think now I might want a younger man. So I had my last experience when I dated the guy who was 26. And although I'm used to dating like late 30s, 40s, in the 40s, this man was more mature than a lot of them that I've been with. And he was very well off, so that was a good thing about that. Hello from Montreal. Montreal is Montreal, Canada. I'm a single gay man. Just turned 44 and look and feel 34. That is what's up. Now, y'all be thinking like straight people be critical. Y'all gay men be very critical on each other when it comes to dating. You think I'm gonna tell you my age? I'm somewhere between 35 and 45. That's my age. Somewhere between 35 and 45. Like if I'm out in public and I met you out in public, I would easily tell you my age. So it's just horrible. Like you're online and you tell somebody your age, oh, you're spoiled milk. But if I was out in public, if I met you in public, I would easily tell you my age. Good evening. Thank you. I'm blessed. Thank you. Hello, Mike. Clinique. Tizzy 41. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I look better than a lot of people for my age. I find that to be a blessing. What's the youngest you'll date? Well, at my age, the youngest I've dated was that 26 years old guy. It was somebody in his 20s. And he kind of like chased me for 4 years. But not really hard chase. He was kind of more like orbiting me. He didn't really chase much. He was orbiting me. And I was just like, I finally just like gave in to them, you know, take me out. To be 40 each day, getting better. I'm just getting more handsome. Okay, so it's always a blessing growing older, right? Okay, it was just difficult for me as I'm aging. It's like just to hear the number, I had a little emotional, like, ah. Am I retired? No. No, no, no. I wish I could be. I wrote in my little journal. I was like, dear God, many years ago, and I still got. I was like, please let me find a man who can retire me before 50. Oh gosh, I'm 37, but feel 57. Oh, that's not good. But you know, as we age, okay. So this is one thing I regret. So I'm a pescatarian. For those who don't know, I only eat seafood. But years prior, I've been a vegetarian and I've been a vegan. One thing about me, I really don't like eating meat. Like even like salmon and stuff, I still don't. I don't know. It's always like something about the texture, what have you. I just don't care for it, and then to digest it, I really don't care for it much. So every day I drink protein shakes. So my sister was constantly stating, telling me, she was like, Rox, you need to eat, like, even all my family, like, you need to eat more protein, you need to eat more protein. And then I really wasn't with the, oh, shucks. I really wasn't with the whole tofu and everything. And you gotta eat, and I don't eat like mass quantity. You gotta eat a lot of vegetables to get protein, okay? And so now that I'm older, osteoarthritis is a thing. And I really wished I would have listened. So because now what it caused me like drop weight and stuff, start to like toning up, was I needed to get in the gym for my knees. And so definitely in your, like, I would say at least late 20s, early 30s, strength train if you're a woman, because you know they say we lose bone mass and strength and stuff. It's all true. Start it early. If I can advise, eat your protein. Wine gets finer with time. How do you feel about lab grown meat? No, no. These come straight from the farm. I was full raw vegan for a full year. Felt like 15 years old in a peak athletic condition. I felt like at 15 years old in a... Really? You probably was doing it correctly, because when I was it, and then I did the raw too. I felt like I was just missing so many vitamins. I felt so weak. What about protein powder? I do that. See, it's already bad because every day I leave it on my desk. I have to take lactate every day to take that protein stuff. And I've taken the whole like whey or whatever, all types. It bothers my stomach, but I have to get my protein down. I love your perspective on things. Your personality is a 10 every year. Thank you. Big dog. Facts, rocks, health as well. Stay active. Love one. Very comedic. Yes, that's actually why I wanted to start my channel, because I wanted to make people laugh. I mean, we go through enough. Yes, so health is definitely wealth. After I'm gonna work out. At 3. Then I'm gonna wash this hair. Do your strength training, ladies. I'm telling you, you will thank yourself later, because oh my God, so your knees start creaking. It's like a creak. And I went to my orthopedics. I was like, my knee. It's like you get older, you got to strength train, your protein. And I was like, okay, so I'm gonna start strength training. And though I'm stronger, and I told you I'm on hormone replacement therapy, I tasted testosterone. So the good thing about that is that I gain muscle quicker than most women. So I can lift a little heavier than most women because of testosterone. It definitely helps. So I was like, is the creaking that I hear every now and then, is that going to go away? The doctor was like, your knees will get stronger, but the creaking may not go away. So start early. I have very diverse nutritional intake. I'm casual with the health. It's easy for me. Macros and all, strength, cardio, mobility, tendon strength, yoga. You should be on TV. You're fabulous. Thank you. So when I was younger, I used to do a lot of yoga. I do very little now, but I need like that impact. I need that actual weightlifting. I have to actually do weightlifting. Teenagers about strength training. I think you should start. I'm trying to get my son into it. He'd rather just do cardio. I'm like, child, start strength training, especially if you want to talk about your body. My son, he's a late bloomer. You know, some guys, they start getting their strength and everything early, teenage. My son's a late bloomer. I'm like, you talking about your body, start strength training. Now, he's strong, but, Oh, I'm not married, I'm divorced. Okay, y'all, so I posted a video today, early this morning. If you go back on my page, I have rollers in it. I said if I get 50 likes, because my channel's small, make sure if you're on here, subscribe to me. If I get 50 likes, I'm going to tell y'all the story of what was the final straw on why I got divorced. So I made it 50 because I have a small channel and I knew it was going to be a challenge. But if I get 50 likes on that video, I would give you guys a story time on why I got divorced. And you won't. You will not believe it. You're going to think I'm lying when I tell you. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Okay, I did that. Let me. Oh, okay. Let's see. Hello, Journey. That's a pretty name. Why am I giving you my number? So, it's gonna provide everything. Works the man. Grows soft clay. Way to be formed, little bro. Go hard. I just subscribed. 50 likes. Let's go. Get in line for numbers. I am very single, and I know people are always like, women are never single. There's always someone waiting in line. So what happened was, I told the story before on my live. So I ended a 2-year relationship last December. Well, in between, so he pissed me off. So he was one of them, always working and stuff. And I'm a homeowner, so I'm like, look, and I did not buy like a new home. Like, there's certain things that need to get done in my home. And I've always had male friends, like basically like male exes, who's willing to help me out. And I do not have sex with them. Like, you know, once that's ended, but they still help me out. So he had a little issue with that. And usually I do not get rid of, when I'm dating somebody, I don't get rid of my old friends and stuff. Like, I don't. But he was the first guy that I was just like, okay, let me do this for you. And I wish I did not. Because I'm like, okay, it's 3-4 weeks later. It hasn't got, you have not put my light up. You're still not even peaked. You probably have good genes like me. Your upper levels beyond your peers. Keep it, the pressure. Yeah, I'm trying you to get rid of all. Okay, so he complained. But my thing is, okay, if you're going to complain to me, then you better be the solution to it all, okay? He would even have a problem when I had to call a repair person. I'm like, are you serious? This is a service I am paying for. If you got a problem, me calling a plumber, you need to be fixing it, okay? So it was the first time that I was just like, okay, I will get rid of everybody, okay? For your sake. And so I did that. So basically, I didn't even if like, now that I'm single and I broke up with him, I don't have nobody. And the only reason, like, I've known the youngin that I was with, the 26 years old, I've known him for 4 years. I didn't have to get rid of him because he was like orbiting. He was like social media. We never talked on the phone or anything. But like, I never had nobody in the pocket or anything that I could like call up. I mean, I'm sure if I call somebody, if I haven't heard from 3 years, hey, I know it's been 3 years, but you know, I have an urge. Can you please come over here and help a sister out? He's like, I was like 50. I was like, where are you from? I like how you able to go comply though. Okay, so hey, yeah, I would need all the damn. It was not easy for me to comply. Now, had it been a man, okay, so in my prayer list, it's definitely, please send me a man who's handy, because I need it. Don't come to me. Like, I've been with actors, I've been with musicians and everything. Can't swing a damn hammer for nothing. I don't need that type. I need the man who knows how to do something around here. Okay? No kids, VA. I was like 50. So, I got rid of them for him. This was the first man, not only this. Now, I'm talking like, that was a lot I did for my boy. I'm not my boyfriend, my husband. But back in the day, that was my husband, and I was early 20s, okay? That don't count. I'm talking about, like, grown woman. He was the first one I was just like, now, I've been on and off of counseling for a while, but he was the first one I went back to counseling because he was like, he didn't care for the way I was speaking to him. I was like, okay. So I was like, let me go to counseling and work on myself because maybe I'm doing something that I'm just not aware of. I went to counseling and everything, and then come to find out it was him all along. Like, this is how much I was trying to work that relationship out. No, I'm not 41 to 43. I'm not telling you. You got this. Trust me. They're not me. So, let's see. Praise in chat for Rox with the lovely lady lumps. Y'all better subscribe to me. She's been with actors and musicians. Yes, I have been. You're willing to work on you as well. I like that. Okay, so he was the first one. I was just like, let me work on myself. Come to find out, he was the one with the issues. I spent hours in counseling trying to figure out, like, why am I not getting this right? Oh my God. Let's see. I gotta send something to her real quick. Where's mine? You're willing to work on you as well. Oh yeah, I definitely believe in working on yourself. Old enough, you look like Jada Pinkett. I've never heard that. I don't care about actresses, ball players, and artists. They all got nothing on me. The only reason I mention them is because I did not think, I just assumed because they were men, they would still know how to do something around the house. But those have been the profession of men who knew how to do nothing. Like nothing. Now, like I've been with people in tech and stuff, they knew how to do stuff. Like, okay, they still have that masculine quality. But the musicians and the actors, nothing. I was just like, you lose some masculinity points for that one. Like, really lose some masculinity points for that one there. You seem sweet. I am sweet. But I also could be a pit bull in a dress. It's just whatever you bring out of me. It's whatever you bring out of me. So this is the crazy thing. So I had to work. I'm working on myself. So yes, I'm in Atlanta. You look like a healthy Whitney Houston. I'm actually related to Whitney, but only through marriage. Hey, boo. Hey. Hey, 26. Hey. She's big money. She needs big money. I did not say I need big money. I just said those who I dated. You look like I'm the jealous type. Not really. Not really. Okay, so what was I about to say? God, I lost my train of thought. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Train of thought. Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something. I am doing well. I was sick later. Oh, let's talk, Jeff. I was sick earlier this week. Some guys don't like to get dirty and rough hands. Laugh a lot. No, they don't. But one thing I like, even with my brother-in-law, he's one of the people, he'll come and help do stuff around the house. But one thing, like, even when he came and tried to fix it's so funny. My nephew came and tried to fix some plumbing issue I had in my restroom downstairs. And then he kind of, like, messed it up a little more. So then my brother-in-law came and fixed it for me. And he was, like, making my son to get off the video games and come watch him. He was like, look, if you're going to have a wife one day, you better learn how to do this. So you're going to have some man in her face fixing shit for you. So I like that. You did cut the locks. I did cut the locks. Oh my God, hi Bryce, it's been a minute. I cut my locks. Oh yeah, you lost masculine points for me. That's good. Yeah, because I think men should be able to do something handy. Also, that brings me back. Even my brother-in-law, helping my son with the other, like the handy masculine stuff. So, okay. One thing, I have a teenage son, so one thing I'm so blessed. So even though I'm a feminine woman, I was raised very strict, very militant. My mother had a lot of masculine energy because she was raised by her father. My parents did not play. So I kind of the same, but not so severe as my parents with my son. So a lot of times people cannot pick up that he was raised by a woman, and then also surround my son by other men, like his grandfather, uncles. He's in his sports, athletic stuff and music and stuff. They all male teachers. So he has a lot of male influence that way. But they can't tell that he's been raised. I was so worried. I was like, I'm a feminine woman. I'm going to raise my son to be soft. And my son is one of the most composed, masculine, like just emotionally controlled people. And I think it's a lot to do with my upbringing. But the only thing with him that I tried not to do that my parents did not do was like, he gets to speak his feelings and emotions and let me know if I did something wrong. So hey, hey. So unlike my parents, I let him to be, have that emotional side, express himself, because I don't want him getting with some woman, and she be like, yo fat ass mama or something, yo old ass mama, blaming me, because the way my son treating her, and he can't control his emotions and stuff, and he's depending on some woman to take. I refuse to have that. Okay, to the point. So my son, he does like animation. He want to go to school and do the music and do video games and stuff. For video games, he wants to create them. My son was up here online selling his dang animations and stuff, and I was like, I had to tell him raise the price, and he's really good. I even sent him to video game camp over the summer. He was selling it. I had no idea he was making money. I was like, look at your entrepreneur spirit. Okay, son. What we sipping, we are on, it's not good. We're not sipping alcohol, but it's still not good. That's what we sipping. And we sipping water, H2O. There's a respectful way to raise your son. If the father is not in the picture. Oh, no, my ex-husband is not anywhere in the picture. No, he's not. Oh, you didn't cover life. And it's crazy, there's a lot of guys who like don't want to date single mothers, and I have no problem with that. But it's crazy for the ones who, say, oh, don't date, like tell other men, don't date a single mom because you're gonna have baby daddy drama. I'm like, you didn't even ask the girl like how that situation is. I don't have it at all because it's absent. Oh my gosh, this is a bad habit I picked up probably within like the last few months, because I usually am only on water. I drink a lot of water. That's for my skin and everything. I'm usually just on water. But I picked up a bad habit. It was like I was feeling tired in the mornings and stuff. And I started drinking. Oh my, yeah, they be recording like you don't even know the situation with the woman. Out of spite, for me, my ex-husband is not around. He was mad that I left him. So he chooses not to take care of his child. Crazy work, huh? How many gallons a day? I'm gonna be honest, within the last 2 weeks, I've been kind of backsliding. Since, to be honest, and this is bad. So I detangled my own hair. So within the last, I ain't gonna lie, 20 days, I have not been the best on working out every day and drinking my water. But I used to get at least 3/4 of this gallon down a day. I need to get back focused. Will be able to take on anything a woman comes with. He's put with deal with. Yeah, exactly. That's what my father tells me as well. That's what my father tells me as well. You drink a gallon a day. That's good. You must also be in the gym. A lot of people who's disciplined like that usually are very much so in the gym. So I have to date a man who, usually I date men who are more physically active than myself. Because, I got the body, like, we don't want to eat too much because we ain't trying to go the other way. So I like to have that constant motivation, that assistance. Like, I'm motivated on my own, but, whoever you with will change you. So I like to be with a man who has, like, better qualities than me with certain things. Like, they've been motivated for years, constantly in and out the gym, eat healthy. Yeah, you are 5 days a week. Yes, I like a man to keep me motivated. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so what y'all think about that idea for whoever who follows like ASI, Troy's World, doing a For the Love of Rapper One and me dating on Troy's World, doing a virtual to see if he can get me to date him in person. Women need a man. All I need is a willing participant that can listen. I give her the world. There's limits to that. So my thing is now, it's like I done got to this big age. I'm not too keen on any man just feeling like he come in my life and just tell me what to do. And although I, be wanting, like a spouse, like I enjoy companionship. But I think, God knows what's best for you. And I've been divorced for many years. He's gonna have to bring me somebody who's more like open-minded, who's not trying to control me, know that I have a mind of my own, that I can add to his life. Because I can't I'm nobody's child. I'll live it first. You'll naturally follow. Because that's just, I can't be with nobody who won't put their foot down on me. That's like a fear. Like, you're not going to make me feel suffocated. I got my own goddamn mind, sir. Like, come into my life trying to tell me how to dress, I just need to find somebody who's like a freaking puzzle. Like, because I'm not going to be trying to control him. Don't try to control me. Ain't it, but respect his channel. Why you think Troy's World not it? Rapper One would love you. Are you retired? No, I'm not retired. You fine. Let me dominate you. Oh, no, you're not dominating me. No. No. I don't even know you like that, sir. No. Oh, Troy's World. He's another commentator in the street sector, but he has like, what, 10,000 followers now? So we met Rapper One. Like, I do commentary for I guess it's called the street sector. I'm kind of new to it. And Rapper One, let me go through this real quick. So Rapper One, we met him because he decided that he was going to bus a lesbian couple, a homeless lesbian couple, to Virginia to be what he said was his housemaids. Because he said he's a truck driver. They could stay there and clean his house. However, he wanted punani from them. Even though he said they punani stanked, they luggage stanked, they bled all over his floor. And he was like, okay, go wash up and I'll still take a little bit of something. It was hilarious to me. Oh my God. But, so he's a hot mess. He's kind of growing on me. And when he talks, he cusses like every sentence. And Troy, who's another commentator in Atlanta sector, had him on his show to tell the story of the homeless girls that actually lasted in his house for 24 hours, guys. He had to send them back. They were that nasty. And when he said they cooked spaghetti, he's like, how you fuck up spaghetti? Did he bust them back, or did they have to find their own way? I forgot. Okay. Anyways, he is always coming under my stories and everything, and talking about he wants to take me out and stuff. So I was thinking like maybe we could do a virtual for the love of. Like, it would make no sense for us to do like a virtual for love of, because him and I are like small commentators. Like, we're very much so new to it. But Troy, who he told the initial story to, has like 10,000. So that can get, some attention. Boy, you cannot. Are you from Florida? No, I'm not from Florida. Bishop Lowe will marry you too. Hell, oh my God, Bishop is a trip. Usually, okay, so it's funny to me. Usually, I can read people fairly easy, okay? I done been out in the streets and every which way and just work and everything, doing investigative work and stuff. But Bishop is one that I don't know if he is just exaggerating, if he's lying, telling the truth. He is a key to me. Still catch TB or hepatitis. Exactly. Looking for love. We can weed the chat on that. Like, laugh aloud. I mean, it'll make great content, but that sounds like anything serious. Oh, no. It will make great content. No. I think I'm like 5'9". You can still. Oh, my God. So I don't think it would be good for content. And although I'm talking to you guys, like, I have not really dated in a minute. I probably would not, because, Troy would ask questions and stuff, and I probably would not know what to say. It would probably be like, oh, God. It would make good content. Why guys always like to know how tall a woman is when she's on live? That's funny to me. It's so funny for those who ask for my cash app. My thing is not dinged. It has not dinged. It has not dinged. Absolutely nothing. Okay, facts, do it. You seem like a short, and I'm a tall woman. You seem short, slim, petite. No, I am not. I'll show you. I'll stand up. The Rox, keep on the chip. Y'all, are there guys subscribe? I like that you have edges. Women don't have edges. Well, if I was wearing lace fronts, I probably wouldn't, but okay, so before I went locked 8.5 years ago, I tried to do my own lace fronts. Is it called lace fronts? I think it's called lace fronts. I tried to do my own. I didn't go to a salon, and I did take out quite a bit of my edges. So if I was wearing lace fronts, I would, hold on, let me scoot out the camera because I ain't trying to have my dress rise. I don't want y'all to be rising to the occasion. Woo! let me pull it down. My stomach probably poking. I am not a small, petite woman. I am not a small. See my stomach? That's my mama's food from yesterday. That's them biscuits. And then she cooked them potatoes with green peppers and stuff. That's all that unhealthy stuff I was eating. But my mama cooks, I had to eat it. It was good, but it was just, my stomach is tore up. I'll tell you no lie. What a white guy like me gotta do to get with the sister. You know what? The funny thing is, a lot of black women would get with white men, but they just don't approach like that. I've only been approached twice, maybe two or three times. The white men was just very bold about it. And they also had some business about themselves. Maybe that also added to the boldness. But one thing I noticed, like when it comes to like natural hair, white men will compliment you quicker than a black man. Now, it's so crazy to me because, you know, black men all the time you see online will say they want their women to be natural. They don't like the lashes. They don't like the weave. They don't like all the makeup. They be lying. Black men love weave. Laugh out loud, Mookie. You look beautiful. Thank you. White boys sit in the corner and watch. They just sit in the corner and watch you. They approach. Know what you going. I'm asking what you have going. Chat. Love your content, by the way. Hello. Love y'all. Yeah, so if a white man approached, but to be honest, I was kind of like, oh, back to black men love weave. They would be lying to you. I bet you for the men who are on here and have a woman, most of they women probably wearing weave right now, but they love to say they want a natural woman. Oh no. Hey auntie, hey baby. They love weave, they love the lashes. They just don't want like the what is like the elephant, giraffe type lashes. They love all that. This is natural. Okay, if I get it wet, it'll go curly. But black men love it. I don't think a lot of them don't really like to see the roots fuzzing up and stuff. They love it. They can't tell no difference. The only problem is a lot of them can't really afford it. Okay, that was another reason why I went locked. I was like, cause when I was married, I wore a weave, a lot of weave back then, but my husband would pay for it. It'd be $600 plus, and he would pay for it. I was like, I don't have money like that as a single mother to be constantly paying for it. So locks was the alternative. Which is about cap, they don't love it. This is natural. Most men, they don't want to see, most men don't like all this. You can barely see like fuzz and stuff. Most men like women with weave, baby. They want to see them straight edges. They don't want you, like I may look something like this to look better going out. Let that humidity hit. My hair like, they don't want to be, no, a lot of men don't want all that. Natural hair of black women is way better. I like it. But it's a lot of upkeep for it. It's a lot of upkeep. Kind of a lot of manipulating, trying to keep it nice looking. But a lot of black men love weave. They just won't admit it. They be talking about how they don't want women with, no, they love weave. Do a poll. Okay, let me see. Yeah, y'all know I'm still learning how to do this. No. Now I know a lot of you guys, y'all are, I don't even know how to do it on here. I'm using this iPhone and I'm an Android person. Talk about me if you want, guys, okay? I love me a good Android. It's easier, but I'm on this iPhone and I don't know how to do the dang on poll. I'm told you, I'm just getting to learn how to do. No. I'm gonna click it. I don't want to click you guys off. I don't know how to do it on here. Oh, see? I done touched something. I don't know what I'm touching. Oh. What I'm saying is that a lot of guys say they don't like weave, but when it comes to like getting attention from men, and most men like weave, I'm telling you, practice and learn, baby. I know I need to practice when it comes to like getting attention. Oh, I see moderation and stuff. Weave, you pull it quicker, okay? And trust you me, a lot of women, and there's nothing wrong with like 4B, 4C hair, 4 anything hair. There's nothing wrong with it. A lot of women, beautiful. A lot of women do not know how to maintain their own hair. It's a lot, okay? And y'all would not want to see your woman, a lot of y'all would not want to see your woman walking around here with little afros. Say hood, you from the street or hood boo. Nope, natural is the way you got that what I love as a black man. See, you like this. This is, oh God. See, look at me. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Thank you for saying something. Okay. So I don't know what y'all last heard. So you guys, so the guys who saying they like my hair, they like natural straight. You don't necessarily like natural in its regular state because a lot of you men, I promise you, are not walking around here with a woman with a small fro. Okay, every woman's natural hair is not naturally curly and loose like a lot of men like it. No, it would be very coarse, very thick, all that. And then a lot of you guys want women who stay in the gym. Okay, y'all always talking about more black women need to work out and lose weight. Do you know what would happen to that woman's hair in the gym? Do y'all know what happens to my hair after I'm in the gym? Completely just, whew. I posted a picture in my post of me right after the gym. My hair was like, and I tied it up like the advice I found online and everything. Y'all don't want all that. You prefer dress, protective styles, natural styles. That's why you see a lot of women sometimes with, like when you go into the gym, a lot of times you see natural women in the gym who have the locks, who have the braids, or who have the very short hair. Some places you ain't gonna see even with like the weaves and stuff. Y'all want, cause y'all want a woman to look good, but that gym do wreak havoc on the black woman. It wreaks havoc every day. So what I have to do when my hair is not straight, so when I go to the gym, I come home, I do the dry shampoo, and I have to use rollers in my hair because it's not going to be straight. I think more women need to learn how to be women to their men. I'm not saying that there aren't women that do not know how to be women to their men. I just think that there's a lot that both people could be doing to be born fine. Frankly, whatever you got it. I've just been born blessed to have a finer texture of hair, which causes less havoc. However, before I went locks, I used to cry. My hair was a freaking prison. Ask black women. Their hair feels like a freaking prison. Try to keep it up. Now that's just the affects us me. Most men are okay with froze. I don't believe that whatsoever. I used to rock a fro way back in the day, and they were not seeing it for me like that. Yes, look like about it. All right. Oh, you need you a short man. I've dated short men. So y'all know that whole saying, the 666. That's all. Sometimes I get so like frustrated with social media because every woman is not walking around here talking about they need a 6-figure man. Okay. But the whole 666, they want their men to be 6 feet tall. Like they basically say they're not dating you unless he must be 6 feet tall, make 6 figures, and of course his stuff must be 6 foot long, 6 inches long. Who wants a 6 foot long thing? 6 inches long. Most women are not walking around here talking about that's all they need. Okay, that's what they need. I do not have I'm 5'9", I think. I've dated men as short as 5'7". Pick a fro daddy cause it's flat. Say, y'all will believe anything to keep yourselves a victim. If a man never met one that thinks an afro is ugly, No, that's because of what you got in your mind of what so-called Afro might like. And I've seen a lot of women rock the Afro, and most men do not approach you. Even myself, most men do not approach a woman when she's rocking her Afro. The men who do approach a black woman when she's rocking her Afro is a white man. If you go online and you find a black woman with an Afro and she rocks that shit often, or you find a black woman with like her natural freaking hair state, whatever, a lot of times she has a white husband. White men are the ones who find that attractive. A lot of black men do not. Do not. And you thinking about just a big, nice, round afro. Most black women ain't, hair is not like that. Most men like women with weave. Right now, the men who are in a relationship with black women, are your women rocking weave right now? Be honest. Hey, enough about white boys. They don't matter. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying they matter or don't matter. I'm just saying when it comes to like the whole natural and stuff, what have you, a lot of white men go for that. I'm a black man. I will approach a black woman with an afro natural hair. Absolutely. What are you talking about? Black men love our sisters to wear their natural. No. Mm-mm. Even to the point, I even saw a difference. So I went from wearing, before I went locked, I went from wearing like a lot of weave, and then I went locked. The attention, the amount of attention that I got from wearing weave, then when I got locked, vastly changed, and it decreased. Even with locks, even black men don't even. A lot of them do not even care for locks. They do not. A lot of black men always say they like natural. No, and this is what you're expecting. Something like this for a woman when she's natural. Most women, no. I'm talking about in her natural state. Well, I'm not saying that there's not men who don't like it. I'm saying give me something to respect. I'm not saying that there's not men who don't like the natural. I'm saying that mostly I like weave. Look at that hairline. Okay, look at it, baby. Me as a black man, I think wearing weave hides your naturality, point blank. But most people are weave. And even the black women that you see that it looks like natural up front, most of it be like a half weave. So it'd be full and everything, but it'd be weave. Would you like men who didn't upkeep their hair or go get it done? Stop it, girl. Would you like men who didn't upkeep their hair or go get it done? Of course I like men who upkeep their hair, but see, this is the difference. Why a lot of reason why women do it. A lot of women have to go out into corporate America. Then you also want the woman to stay healthy and fit, so she got to work out. So you working what? It's 9 to 5. Let's say you deal with traffic, so now that's 6 o'clock. Lord forbid you got children. Then you got to get your workout in. So now you almost probably at 9 p.m. So she comes there, leave there looking like a goddamn werewolf. To be up at what, 6 o'clock? To be back at work? That's a lot for a woman to constantly have to deal with. Oh, and I didn't even get to her cooking or her having sex. It's a lot for a black woman. Her hair, so she don't want to deal with it. That's why, it's because she don't have time to constantly every day. And then you putting heat in your hair. Atlanta doesn't represent black culture as a whole. No, it doesn't represent black culture as a whole. But here in Atlanta, you're going to see women of all sorts. You'll see natural women, locked women, weave women. You'll see all types of women. All types of women. All types of women. All types of women. No. I'm not saying that men don't not. I'm just saying a lot of y'all prefer. What y'all look at, a lot of it be weave. Southern girl. You don't hear my southern accent? Yes, southern girl. It was so crazy. When I was in my 20s when I moved to Hungary. And for some odd reason, you only think like you hear in like children, like their accent starts to change. Even my accent started. It's like wherever I move, my accent starts to change. And I think I like you. So it wasn't until I got divorced that I moved back to Atlanta. But as an adult, for the most part, I did not stay in Atlanta. I lived everywhere else. So once I graduated college, I pretty much graduated college, went back to school, met my husband, and I was gone until I got divorced from the States. BBLs and fake everything. It's no coincidence the LGBT community is so heavy there. Well, before because okay, so I had to research it. So, because in the early 2000s and 99s, I didn't remember too many gay men in Atlanta. Like I was trying to think back because people were telling me like, oh, Atlanta has been gay for a long ass time, but for some odd reason, since 208 at least. Okay, so I didn't remember, and Atlanta was so much different back then. I didn't remember Atlanta being so gay. Okay, to be honest. And then people's like, no, Atlanta's been gay for a long time. So I'm just making this comment. Just don't change the fact that people do what they prioritize. I'm a black man with medium fro. I can take care of this every day with 2 kids and a business. That's you as a man. It's completely different being a woman. Okay, so he said Atlanta's BBLs and fake everything. No coincidence. It's LGBT. All right, so the BBLs have not been around for that long. And I researched how long Atlanta has been gay. And I think they said Atlanta's been like gay. I'm guessing, I forgot, like the 80s. And then it's just been undercover and it just popped out. So before the BBLs, baby, and the fake everything, Atlanta was gay. It was very gay. Atlanta's been the gay mecca for quite a long time. So it did not take BBLs and fake lashes. Atlanta has been gay since the 90s. Okay, so he said the 90s. And we weren't rocking the BBLs back then. Atlanta's been gay. It didn't take women. It's not BBLs that's turning men gay. You ain't telling me you taking a dick because of a BBL. No. Been gay. Atlanta's been gay. For some odd reason, I just don't remember it as much, but Atlanta's been gay, okay? It's gay capital of America. It is. Are we number 1 now? I don't think we made number 1, but we definitely probably for the blacks. I'm not sure if we made number 1 entirely. San Francisco, California must still be probably number 1. But we definitely gay down here. A lot of us are gay. And you gotta be careful. Cause it be the ones you don't think are gay. I touched down and it was Black Rainbow. Yes. You know, even on like what is it? Is it Midtown? We got even like the rainbow flag in Midtown. Everything, yes. They love the gay people here. But that's not so women not saying that, oh, if you come to Atlanta, you're not gonna find a straight man, but you'll be surprised. Let me see. Georgia, Florida, and Texas. Most gay people. Yeah, Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta, number 1 black gay place. It's us. There's a lot of. I've been wanting to visit Seattle. It's true that 6 women to 1 man there. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. Has the largest black. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, so Atlanta has the largest black community. Yeah, it is a lot of men. I mean, a lot of women to 1 man here. And you got to worry about it because, okay, you got to consider the gay. Then we have the closeted gay. Then we have the men who are barely getting by. So you got to remove all these. So I know they say 6 to 1. It probably is about 8 to 1. It's hard. Yeah. A lot of women are sharing a man here. Oh, there's not a lot of black gay men in my state. What state are you? They say we do find in Texas stairs and queers. They say, what do we find in Texas stairs and queers? Oh my God, stairs and queers. I'm not coming to your state just because of the stairs. Hello. They wasn't having that shit. Level up. They wasn't having that shit. We's mega VL surgery community contribute to that real straight men love. No, it doesn't contribute to that at all because Atlanta been gay. And I'm telling you, BBLs have not been around that long. How long? Okay, y'all. How long have BBLs been like really, really a thing? Maybe the last 10 years. Maybe. BBLs have not been a. I mean, I know. So you think it's been a thing because you see it all the time online, but BBLs have not been a thing for that long. And Atlanta was gay way before then, and even like the eyelashes, it was not a thing in the early 2000s. It was not a thing in the 90s. Let's see, 2010. It wasn't a thing in 2010. Those crazy ass eyelashes. It wasn't a thing then. And Atlanta was gay before 2010. We been gay. They been gay. And eyelashes never stopped a man from approaching. I just think a lot of men like commentary. These men be liking everything. Everything. Just like you would think if you was online listening to all this BS that a woman being overweight, she ain't got no man. Every big bitch I know in my life is married. Every woman I know. I have some very big, pretty women in my family, and family friends, and I got some very petite, whatever. Guess who are the ones who are married? And their husbands aren't bums. The big women. Those are the married people. But if you were online, you would think that big women aren't being married. If you could think, if you taking, he loves a fat woman. You would think that the overweight women aren't being married if you listen to what people say on social media. You would be correct, KK. Big women need love too, of course. I thought being gay was a muscle ointment like Tiger Mom. But big gay just sound funny said it. Atlanta's big gay. Before the BBLs, before the lashes, before the heavy makeup, Atlanta been gay. Okay? That is not turning no man off. It ain't turning no man into being gay. If makeup, lashes, and BBLs will turn you into being gay, I don't even know what else to say. That you been gay. That person been gay. Okay. Shoot. Getting married is a stretch life. They get knocked down though for sure. I prefer slim. I wouldn't say all that. First of all, most black women are high percentage of black women. What percentage of black women are considered overweight? It's probably a pretty good percentage. Probably 50-something%. At least maybe over 50-something%. And how many big women you know that's married? I'm pretty sure you know big women that's married. You probably got some in your family. All the big women in my family married. My big friends, they married. They just not getting taken on out and through there. You prefer slim, but a lot of big women. It's so crazy to me because even my male friends, when I was in college, she was like slim. We grow up and now they in their 40s, some in their 50s, whatever, and they end up marrying bigger women. I'm like, hold on, weren't you the same one? It was like she must be slim, but you end up settling down with a big woman. I'm 145 to 180, not sloppy. The women who are married usually get fat in marriage. No, these women I know they were fat before. And they were fat before. God, you stay away from BBL movement, Rox. Let me tell you something. So I am doing squats, but the thing is that my white DNA come out in certain things in my biology, my genotype and my phenotype. And one of those things is with my butt. So the more weight I lose, unlike my sisters who take more so from my father's side, my butt goes down. So I'm really like squatting. I take more of my mom. She ain't got no butt. And that white side really kicking. So let me tell you something. If I get down to like a particular weight and I have no ass, I will be on that table, give me a BBL. But most doctors will tell you if you ever got plastic surgery, BBL is like the most popular surgery. Most women who get BBLs, they get it natural. Y'all just used to, like, on social media, it's always the freaking extreme. Like, it's always what you think is like the smelly, big, huge. There are a lot of women walking around here with BBLs. The thing is, doctors will tell you, most BBLs are natural looking. So you would never know it's a BBL. But you have those extremes that you see online. I would never do that, but I definitely would. If I start looking like me, a white woman back there, oh yes, I'm going to get something back there. Fat women, I'm not lifting up no damn stomach. Hell no. Well, you ain't got to. No, I'm not trans. You will be married if you want to. Do you do well in tight spaces? Hmm? I do not. I don't like tight spaces. I prefer natural. That's what people say. Most BBLs look terrible, and we always know it. No, most BBLs don't look. Most BBLs don't look terrible. You don't know that these people got BBLs. Most BBLs that are done medically are natural looking. They make it natural. Most people don't go get BBLs to have big asses. You always think about the extreme of people. You thinking social media points out the extreme. No, most BBLs are natural looking. How you look back there? I'm not showing you my butt. I'm not getting up just to show you my butt. I mean, I'm having a love-hate relationship right now with my butt, to be quite honest. I'm trying to get used to it because it's getting smaller. You're not a man. How do you know that you don't look terrible? How do I know that I don't look terrible? So, with me being a woman, you don't think that I'm able to look at a female and say, oh, she's attractive? Now, whether or not I look terrible is different from whether or not I'm desirable to you. You don't think I could look at someone and say, oh, their face is symmetrical. Oh, they probably fit the American sense of beauty. I gotta be a man to be able to tell whether or not I look okay. I could tell if I had a woman I'm taking for surgery for mommy makeovers to BBLs. I could tell natural cheeks. I doubt you could tell natural cheeks. I'm telling you, most BBLs are natural looking. You would not be able to tell natural butts because most people get small, natural looking butts when they get BBLs. You look good. Thank you. Real talk. Real talk. I would be able to show you some people that you have no idea they have BBLs because it looks natural. And most people don't stink. Now, some people go in there. Y'all know, for those who know, like K. Michelle and shit, you going in there and you stretching your fucking body out. Just all that. Now, how you think they inserting that fat? Through holes and stuff, right? Yeah. So you're doing all that stretching. You're not healing appropriately. Or your body's rejecting it. That's how stuff starts to fucking freaking smell. All right? You're doing all that excess stuff. But usually BBL is your own fat. So you should not be smelling. Back on surgery. Can you take a BB back on surgery? Yeah, people get their BBLs removed. Get their fat removed. K. Michelle got hers removed. She's one famous person who got hers removed. 200 feet pics. She was one of the people who got hers removed. And then people always a lot of people going down there today in Miami and the Dominican Republic. And I would never go to get plastic surgery for them places, a lot of them places, because they like chop shops. Like they are doing I've heard they was like doing 3-something surgery at one time. So the surgeon starts you, but then he lets his assistant or something or nurse close you up and stuff. That's a chop shop. I'm not going to do that. As white, got it. I call it dead tissue. That's what smells with BBLs. Not all people with BBL smell. That's people in the healing process. It's not done right. It's not closing up. Saying if women think fat guys look bad, who am I as a guy to argue that? Not all women think fat guys looks bad. There's a lot of women who like big niggas. There are a lot of women who like big guys. Not everybody has I hate people try to push people's standard what they think is beautiful on a person. Because there are men who would not find a woman attractive if she lost weight. Because they just like bigger women. That's their thing. Not all men feel like a woman needs to be 125 to 100. What you say, 180. Some men like bigger women. I hate people pushing people's what I think is attractive. That's if you came on here and would say something to the point oh, you assume that I would like you because you 6 foot, so you want to tell me, oh, I'm 6'6", I'm 6'7", or whatever. But then I would tell you I'm 5'9", 5'9.5", and I would date a man who's 5'7". It's your standards is not across the board. Yeah, most people, or we assume most people like a man is 6 foot or whatever. It's just not that. It's not like that everywhere. You can't tell a person what they're supposed to like. Still want to see how you look back there. You're not saying that, but most women want a taller man. I'm not saying most, but you're gonna tell a person if they were 5'7", 5'8", oh, you're gonna end up alone and single. And that's necessarily not true because there are a lot of men who's that height and who have women. If you was a 5'7" man, should you go out there and get surgery, like to stretch yourself? No. There's a woman who's out there who's 5'2", who might be looking for you. I don't like no woman under 130 and not over 180. That's my preference, though. Well, you really probably wouldn't be able to tell what 180 looks like on particular women, because there are a lot of women who are 200 pounds and then she looks like she's 170 because of how her body's composed, body composition. It just depends on how a woman carries her weight. You would do the surgery? I wouldn't risk it. Can you imagine what that would do to your body, stretching your bones? Like, you may get the inches now, but could you imagine when you get older? Okay, because if you notice, all tall, like not all, but most tall people, like my father's like 6'6". I'm 5'9". Most tall people, a lot of them be having back issues as they age, and they be having freaking knee issues. But I look at all my short friends, good. No back issues, no knee problems, all that. The taller you are, more likely you're going to have some back issues, some knee issues. Why would you even do that to your body? Like, you better find confidence. So basically, if you get a PBL, she hates herself because you're not happy with what God gave you. No. I don't think people fix their bodies to make them happy, whatever. If it makes you like yourself more, have more confidence, do it. I just think the bone stretching, I wouldn't suggest it. Like, that just seems like you're going to have some issues as you age. Like, it's stretching bones. I wouldn't never suggest that. Like, what's the long-term effect? Have they been doing that surgery long enough to know really the long-term effect? I don't know. I would tell no man to do that. And my wife is 5'6". Your child is probably 5'9", 5'10", unless they just take after your side of the family. Don't be lame. At least have an average size piece. You should be good, guys. 6'3" in height. Like I said, I usually don't go past 5'7". And the thing is about dating short men, I shared this on my previous live. So a lot of short men have confidence or pseudo confidence. So they will approach you, whatever, and they'll go out. But it's usually not, to me, it's usually not the woman with the issue. It's usually the man be confident enough to ask you out, but they don't be confident enough to receive the attention you're going to receive when you're out in public. So if I don't go on a date with a man who is 5 foot, who's shorter than me, it's usually because of that. It's like, are you going to be okay with the attention you're going to receive when we walk in public together? 5'6" mom would probably be 6 foot by the time he's 18, 6'6", and our daughter 5. Oh, are you the one who said you 6'3" and a woman's 5'6"? She probably took after your side of the family. Well, you never know. I mean, because my father is very tall and my mother's shorter than me, and I'm the only tall one. Like all of my sisters, like 5'4", 5'5". So you know, genes is crazy. Telling men what to want. That's crazy. You can't tell anybody what to want. You like what you like. You like what you like. I just don't like people forcing stuff on people. It's the mother who decides whose children are tall, mostly. But I don't think that's okay. You may say mostly, but that's not guaranteed. Like, there's certain things that usually comes from like the mother, and there's certain things that really comes from the father. But I think with height, it could be either or. All kids grow. We got 2 young ones and they 13. They 5'9". Okay, that's good. Short moms equal short kids. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It can happen, but not necessarily. Her genes rule that most. Not necessarily. You would be surprised. Not necessarily. Pay for what you want. Yeah, I agree. Like, when I was still open to having more kids, I was like, look, you gotta already give me the money for mommy makeover, or I wouldn't even consider it. No, you better put me back. I bet your hair color comes from your grandma. Okay, so my natural hair color is this. But my grandmother is Italian, so her hair was black. My other grandmother is a black woman, and her hair color was black. If you don't mind me asking, do you keep it hair? Gutter mac juice. What? When it's sunny, look, say hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. My favorite southern dish. Okay, I know people like use like what is shrimp grits. Mine would be fish and grits. uh, Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And it's so sad. My grandmother, she's been going now. I just saw it. I think 5 or 7 years. So crazy thing is, so I took, after I got divorced, I moved back in, not a whole year, with my sister and her husband and their family. And to say thank you to my sister, you know, for allowing me and my son to move in, I took my sister to Italy. And we stayed there for almost, 14 to 15 days. And we started from North Italy and we went down to Southern Italy. My grandmother is from Southern Italy. But my father, who is very family oriented, moved my grandmother. Well, my grandmother flew into New Jersey. And she stayed there for a while. I told you I'm originally from New Jersey. My father sent for her when we were younger to move her to Atlanta. So, whatever. To say thank you to my sister, I took her to Italy, and we went from North Italy to Southern Italy, and my sister is really into genealogy. So she wanted to pull up all the information on my family. My family is outside, it's a little town outside of Naples, Italy. But the town went into ruin, so there's like nothing there. But my sister wanted to do all the records and put together our family history and everything. So sadly, while we were away, and we finally made it to Southern Italy, my grandmother's town, my grandmother ended up passing away. So our trip was supposed to be longer, but we had to fly back in. How did you like Italy? I liked it, but the crazy thing is that I did a lot. So I'm like, when I travel, I'm like Dora the Explorer. I'm the type of person, I love architecture and everything, and I love history. So I love to learn. So I was just like everywhere, walking, hiking, everywhere. But the thing is, I ended up coming back fatter than I left. And I think it's from all the dang on cheese and wine and bread. I got so tired. I was like, if I eat any more bread, any more cheese, oh my God. By the time I was done with Italy, but I was like, let me get back home to the South. I'm tired of this damn cheese, wine, and bread. So he connected to John Gotti jokingly. When my grandmother was younger, she did run with the mob. When she was younger, my grandmother was a hot mess. When she was younger, yeah, she was in that lifestyle. That's why I told y'all my grandfather raised my mother. Italians are known for carrying genes that causes baldness and chronic receding hairlines in women. Well, that might be true, but surprisingly, my aunties and stuff, and my grandmother passed with a decent amount of hair. The men too. All my family, Italian family died with it. Who still? Yeah, they have a lot of hair. Feel about miscegenation. What is that? Is that don't have me look it up something. Is that like mixing races? Is that what that means? I'll tell you. Let me look it up. Is that mixing of races? Okay, yeah, that's exactly. Okay, I'll tell you exactly how that was. All right, so. Okay, so my grandfather is, well, rest his soul, he's a high yellow German Bahamian. Well, Bahamian was black too. Black man. High yellow, very attractive man. He was a Marine Corps. They had their own challenge, but they married, you know, back then, of course. Married, they had their own challenges being with each other themselves. However, there was a lot of challenges with him being a black man. And it assisted with their divorce. But they had their own issues, which also led to their divorce. However, my grandfather remarried, and he was a philanderer. Oh my God, my grandfather was a Rolling Stone. Like, I have literally over like 20-something aunties and uncles from my grandfather. It's from 4, 5 different set of women. I'm from the first set. I'm the grandchild of the first set. A lot. Grandfather Rolling Stone. Surprisingly, now he was married when he passed, but for some reason I still think him and my grandmother had something going on. Like, so, even though they was both crazy as hell, they was the love of each other's lives. And he would come to Georgia quite a bit. And they would see each other quite a bit. Oh, granddaddy was definitely doing his thing. But granddaddy was very attractive man. Both my grandparents were very attractive. Granddaddy was definitely doing his thing. That's why I told y'all. So I told y'all earlier, if y'all was watching, my family is in my grandfather's side, Detroit, New York, New Jersey. I have my grandmother from New Jersey. Then the next set of kids are from New York. Then the kids after that are from Detroit. So all my family, because granddaddy got down and he got around. So I have a lot. Good movie featuring Michael Beach. Granddaddy was doing his thing. All Europeans be having that issue. Let's see. What else? I am a black woman. I move around this world like a black woman. Now, some of my facial features, I have like high cheekbones, what have you. And even it's in my forehead. All come from my grandmother. But somehow I kind of look like my grandfather. Crazy work. Yes, I have quite a bit in me. Quite a bit. Zaddy Carter in Virginia. Who is Zaddy Carter? Only person I know named Carter is what? Jay-Z? Who's Zaddy Carter? Oh, you! Caitlin Carter. Oh, you in Virginia. Oh, okay. Get over yourself. Get over your childhood trauma. How about that? Do you have any family history related to witchcraft or voodoo? I do. I very much so do. You weren't on my last live. I shared a little bit, but I didn't. My family, not my family, more of my siblings be like, don't be sharing that. Don't be telling about that side. So my great grandfather was a well-known voodoo doctor person. Voodoo, okay? So because I mentioned about all my aunties. Now this is the father of my granddaddy. I told you is from Detroit because I mentioned about all my aunties and uncles. So I got this one. I'm about to tell y'all that, and he asked, so I'll tell you. He dabbled in dark magic. Okay, it was that type. No wonder my grandfather was fucking crazy as fuck. Okay, he passed that down to my family. Crazy. So they said that a curse was placed on my family through the bloodline. It's yours, just get that to the money. It's yours, just get to the money. Okay, so my great-grandfather dabbled in dark black magic. And the crazy thing is, I had no idea. Okay, so when I was younger, I've always been drawn to learning about different religions. I've studied several religions, even since I was a child, because I wasn't connected. And my family used to oh, she's kind of odd. But then, I even do tarot cards and all this and that. And I remember when I was younger, my mother used to do tarot cards and stuff, but I didn't know what it was. But I've always been kind of like drawn to the whole voodoo stuff, and I never knew why. But okay. So, not a voodoo master. More like a voodoo doctor. He did black magic. Dark black magic. Literally. So they said a curse, like I've heard about this a few years back. They said a curse was, I said North Carolina had a boyfriend. Okay, they said a curse was put on my family line through the male side. So I told you I have over 20 something aunties and uncles. So all of my uncles, and I have a lot, have all been locked up, all done serious crimes. Some are dead because of lifestyle. Looks like living up to the curse. All of them, serious crimes, all locked up, all serious crimes, all. Mind you, if I count it, I probably got like up to like, if I put the girls and the boys together, probably like 30, to be honest with my grandfather. Like even at his funeral, we was finding out he had more kids. Like, you know how back in the day there would be family secrets you only find out at the funeral? We was finding out there was more kids at the funeral. He had kids that were younger than me. I was like, really? I thought my youngest uncle, the youngest uncle was my same age, a year younger. No, younger than me. He had, like, I had aunties and uncles like who are, at this point, I think they would probably be 18 now. All right, so all of them done serious crimes. Like, no lie, if I had a boyfriend, like my uncle, some of my uncles would call me, do like, well, I don't know, back then it was like FaceTime, but FaceTime me, and even with my husband, they're like, what's going on? I'll be telling them so and so doing whatever. Oh, we flying in from Detroit, like that, like very dangerous people, whatever. Except one. I have one who's not done serious crimes. Now there are some now that have changed their lives. There's some of them are in the grave. But there are some that change their lives and live like straight and narrow, basically like, you know, from all the rug money they put into businesses and whatever. But I only have one uncle who have not done anything, and he's considered mentally retarded. But the rest, all. So they said as the generations go, it's supposed to become less. I'm constantly like praying over my son. So the next generation after my uncles would be my generation. And the boys in my generation, same thing. Some have changed their lives, but dealt with the same thing. But not as bad as my auntie and uncle generation. Okay, not as bad as that. And then now to my nieces and my cousins, my nephews. No, it don't. Not with my family. I'm telling you, it gets like we're like dissipating. It's going less and less. So they was like basically like by the time my son's generation is supposed to be almost out, but it has to make its way through. And this is from, they say it's like a family curse in my family. And I was just like, but I believe it. Like, I believe it's a family curse for playing with dark magic, okay? So I be praying over now for my son's generation. I've already told y'all about me taking care of helping out of some teenagers, kids that got locked up. But this generation, thank God we have not dealt with that out of all of them. So I'm praying it misses my son. Okay? And that's because they said he dealt with dark magic. And it's so crazy to me because like when I look back, so now it's so crazy because now my family is very like religious. Like now in my family, there are so many bishops and stuff, pastors, like crazy work. But when I look back and I think of like some of the stuff I would see my aunties do or my uncles, and I didn't catch it then, but now after studying it and everything, I was like, they were doing it in voodoo. They were doing voodoo and hoodoo. So they were doing it too. Even some of the stuff I know now I got from my aunties, I was like, this is damn voodoo. But I've always been drawn to it. So I started doing it. Although I consider myself a Christian, I did it. I'm still consider myself a Christian now. I did it about what is this? heavily before 2016. Hello, beautiful lady. How are you? Before like 2016, 17, I did it, but the only thing, I've never done like dark, black type magic. Mine has always been to help people. You have any male preachers in your family? I have quite a few. I think what ended up happening with my family, because they used to practice, we had the history of the dark voodoo, I think a lot of them went the opposite way. A black woman being a baddie is not a flex. I think, where is that coming from? I think they went the extreme opposite way. So now I have a lot of preachers, a lot of bishops. There are people in my family who have a lot of spiritual gifts in my family. I have gifts in my family. But, okay, so my thing with, okay, so I know the Bible. I don't know all the Bible. And I know how like the Bible speaks, he's speaking against certain things, bishops, like pastors, bishops, speaks against, stuff like that. But when you're born with something, you kind of question like, how can this be wrong if I could see certain things or whatever? Or if somebody could like tell you the future something, how could this be wrong if it's just natural gift? Oh, but so because I kind of struggled with that, it's like I stopped doing it. I stopped kind of practicing because so I stopped practicing until unique gifts. And that's the thing. So even with my spiritual guides and stuff, spiritual leaders that I know, I go and speak with them, whatever. And they kind of reassure me. And I never felt like I was like being punished by God because of certain spiritual gifts, or even my practice. Because anytime I've ever done voodoo, it was always to help somebody. I've never felt like I was like being really punished. All right, but I shared a story. I'll do a story time maybe one day. So one of my family members, I'll tell you here. Do you see dead people? No, my mom sees dead people. She's been seeing dead people since I was a kid. That's a grave sin. So even though like, okay, but the thing is, voodoo ain't nothing but all you see is a whole bunch of, okay, so my grandmother's side, to Italian, was Catholicism. I feel like it's nothing but like it's like you see like a freaking mixture of it. I be feeling like you do it one or the other. I'm like, this is Catholicism mixed up. Okay. I mean, this is something that's been passed down from generation to generation in my family, but now it's kind of hidden. And I still think that they may do some of the, hey cousin, I think they still may do, some people may still do some practices, but it's not talked about because everybody now is just very religious. So I even tried to talk to my mother about stuff, whatever. And of course I got like one of my sisters very, very religious. And she's like, don't do that. Don't speak about it. I hope Captain Clark takes you. I don't even know what that is. Don't speak about it. But I stopped actually really doing it until, like, I told you my family member that I took care of. And when I used to come live, I used to talk about all the time. Like, they got locked up. I have a family member, a boy. I told you my family. He was facing 40 years in prison. 2 different charges. The same damn charge. 2 different counties. And so, New Orleans, California connection here. Hey, baby. And so, that's when I went back and did voodoo. I only did it for that. That was about 4 years ago. I practiced it just for that occasion, and I haven't practiced it since. I did it for that. So, one case, I'll tell you what it was. It was armed robbery. Same charge, 2 different counties. So, he was looking at 40 years. I did it there. One county completely dropped the charge. That was in Clayton County. Fulton County. They kept the charge. And so I was doing my practice and I was telling him what he needed to do, whatever. And went to court and no, Fulton County dropped it. No, Fulton, hey babes, hey, you're right, I'm not so great. The Holy Bible will never change. Man changed the Holy Bible scripture to fit his narratives. So, yeah, we all interpret it some way. So Fulton County dropped it. Clayton County ain't dropping nothing. I hate for any black man to get in trouble in Clayton County. So when we went, it started, he was locked up. Oh my God, you talking about you on a slow county? There are guys who still waiting after a couple years, still waiting for a trial in Clayton County. It's ridiculous. So we went, and of course he was looking at 20, and they went to court the first time. He was looking at 15. So then my family member was like, "Oh, I can't go sit in there no more. Can you go?" So I'm doing the practice. I'm doing whatever I was doing. I was doing my work. So I went, and it was a black man too. You know, it's not necessarily, it's more of a system thing. It's not necessarily the system in Clayton County. It's not necessarily a white man thing, a black man thing. The system is to go hard on black people. Because I sat in that courtroom, and there was a lot of white men who had all types of charges, beating up on their women, running over somebody. And this black judge sat there and was giving them community service. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? But every time a black man went up there, the simple stuff, it was like, no, you're going to do a year in jail. It was crazy. It's the mindset. Okay, so then it was like 15 years, and I kept doing my work. So Spirit kept telling me, I was like, no, don't take 15. Spirit kept telling me 5 years. They're going to give him 5. This is armed robbery. How many people you know get a few years for armed robbery? Okay. But Spirit kept telling me, because this is the thing, regardless if you do work or not, Spirit is only going to allow you to do what Spirit wants you to do, okay? So you can pray, give offerings. If Spirit say no, Spirit mean no, okay? So Spirit kept telling me 5 years, 5 years. So we kept going back to court. And then finally, feel me? So finally, last time we went to court before he was sentenced, babes, I love you too. Last time we went to court before he was sentenced, the judge came back. Same judge. And he gave him 5 years. And I told him, I was like, I told my family, I said, he's going to do 5 years. But for armed robbery to get 5 years, that's a blessing, okay? But I'm going to tell you what happened. So anytime you do stuff like that, you got to, it's a balance. You're going to pay for it, okay? But they gave him 5 years for armed robbery. He only did 3.5. So I told y'all, I was so excited, and I came live when I was like, oh, he's on his way home, whatever. So I was so excited he came home. So, I'm about to go. Shoot, I was trying to get my workout in. I'm telling you, that judge wanted to give him 20, and he kept sitting in jail. It ain't Liddy. I told you I did work. So I told you I did spiritual work, okay? And Spirit kept telling me he's gonna get 5. Yes, forehead. He's gonna get 5 years. So the thing is, you pay. When you do stuff, you pay. You gotta pay for it. So what ended up happening? Salute, Miss Beautiful Rox Box. You always gorgeous, sophisticated, and beautiful. You speak with a lot of reasoning. So you pay for certain stuff, okay? I mean, and then when I'm doing work, we going to the graveyard. It's like it was serious stuff, okay? I was calling on like my spiritual circle, okay? Now it's crazy because my sister be like, she don't like me doing none of that. But she was just like, do what you gotta do, but don't put me in it. I literally, basically pretty much lost my legs for a while. No lie. I went months, and I could barely, like, I would fall down and everything. Like, you look like you do voodoo. I could barely stand. I had my nephews and stuff helping me walk and stuff. Like, I was like weak as hell and stuff. And my family was like, I know you doing what you doing. Like, you got to pay for work, okay? You got to pay for it. Because there's some people I know who still do practice. And like, even if you come to them and ask them for help, they will know exactly what it is because you pay for it one way or the other. There's going to be an offering of some sort. I got so weak. It was so hard for me to stand for a while. Now, I forgot how long it was, but I was just standing it was just a lot. But he's out. We had our challenges, but he's doing well. But that's a blessing. 5 years. Coming from 40 and end up doing 3.5. But I've only done it for good reasons. I know people like, well, that person did the crime or whatever. That's not. Well, when you have a young person, because the person went in as a teenager, when you have a young person And even older people, and they go off and they doing time. You do the time emotionally with them. Like, you should have been a model. I was in my youth. But I haven't done it since then. I haven't done it since then. I was in my youth. I did model. Headbutt championship. Okay, if you say so. All right, y'all. So I want to go ahead and work out. My son just got home, and I want to give him attention and ask him about his day so he could tell me it was okay. What was about it was okay. What was the highlight? Oh, it was okay. It was okay. You should be a model. You know what? And the crazy thing is, even though I find like what Marcus did absolutely horrible, and I know people was like, oh, because Mark, he has like foreign blood. It was like, oh, he probably went to get work done, to help him out with this. I won't even do. I'm gonna let God, the universe, do him. I'm not even gonna do nothing to him. Okay. I'm not even gonna do nothing to him. And then somebody came on my live, my last one, and they were like, they was gonna do some type of voodoo stuff, whatever on me. I wasn't even speaking about voodoo. I was just like, digging your vibe, subscribe. I was like, listen here, I am so not worried about you. I was like, boy, if you want to go there, I got some ancestors that will be willing to whoop your ass for me. Okay, don't make me go there. Somebody my last live, somebody can put voodoo on me. I was like, you don't want to go there. Trust me, you don't want to go there. I'll tell y'all one quick story before I leave. Okay, so when I moved back in my sister's house after my divorce, I was like, I had emotional ties somewhere, and I was like trying to emotionally heal. It was so crazy. So my sister knew, like, back then when I moved in the house, I told you I was doing it more consistently, and I helped quite a few people out. Okay, see, this is the thing. So I told y'all most of my family's from the north, only my father's side. A lot of people be thinking that's from Louisiana. No, the true voodoo from Alabama. Okay, it's Alabama is where it's from, and most of them, a lot of them migrated to the north. Okay, it's really from it. A lot of people think it's Louisiana. The true is from Alabama. Okay, so oh yeah. So back to my story. A few people told me to check you out. Stop with Alabama nonsense. No. Conscious Cookie Monster. No, the true, it is. Research from Alabama. True shit, Alabama. So anyway. So, I'm going to talk to this person. Okay. Oh, so back to the story real quick. So my sister knew she knew I was like more so like studying it. Whatever. She knew I was like really practicing it. Whatever back then. And so I was living in her house, and her and my brother-in-law went out grocery shopping. And I was going to do basically like a detachment ritual. And this was from somebody. I was detaching myself from somebody who's in the spiritual world, okay? We live on in the spiritual world, okay? True Blood, the HBO series, was my shit. Louisiana is the best in the world. Okay, so I was attracted to myself with somebody in the spiritual realm who was a darkness individual whose soul was not settled in the spiritual realm. And so my brother and my sister, they went out to run errands or something. And so I had to do like a little ritual or whatever. And it caused me like digging up the ground and stuff. They didn't know what I was doing, whatever, and burning some stuff, whatever. And so they come back, and my sister walks in the house, and she screams, "Rox!" And I'm upstairs. And so me and all the kids come running downstairs. And I was like, what? Why are you screaming my name? She's standing at the door. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Hi. She was like, I know you're doing that shit. I said, what are you talking about? I know you're doing voodoo. I said, what are you talking about? I don't know what you... And I'm just looking like, You know how kids be looking like, She said, all these goddamn crows circling the goddamn house. What's up, Los Angeles? Hi. She's like, all these damn crows circling the house. I know you're doing some shit in my house. I went outside. The sky was, it was like, it seemed like it was clear everywhere in her neighborhood. I looked up in the sky. There was so many, I can't even count. There was so many crows circling her house, and they were only over her house, and it was dark over her house. I was like, oh my God. And you know, like crows be about death and stuff. There was so many crows and stuff circling her house. It was crazy. She's like, I know you ain't doing that shit. But I had to cut that cord. All right, that's my story time. If you are not subscribed, subscribe. I come live, and well, I don't consider that black magic. I only like to see people think anything outside of Christianity is black. I don't consider it black magic. If anything, I consider it African like religion more so. I only consider it black when you're doing dark shit, okay? Like what my ancestors did. That's when I consider it black. But I've only helped people. I've only helped people. I've helped people with jobs. I've helped people with pregnancies. I've helped people, well, not with voodoo. I saw somebody get married. I saw somebody getting pregnant. I've helped people with criminal stuff, charges. I've only helped people. I've never hurt. And so it's crazy because like you can like even like the gift of seeing and hearing stuff, you can lose that. And so I went to one lady I used to know, and I asked her. I didn't tell her like I told y'all my mother have seen dead people since I was little, and I asked her. I was like, "What do you see about my mother?" Ain't no need for me to cap. If you don't think that there's stuff walking around that you cannot see, oh yeah, if you don't think there's stuff walking around here that you cannot see, you are surely mistaken, okay? You are surely mistaken. You can open, like, a lot of people who like death and stuff, you can open up stuff that you would be shocked, okay? You would be shocked. People die and stuff from shit like this. You would be shocked. Like, that's why if you ever heard people say, like, if you ever, like, comb or brush your hair, you need to burn it. Don't ever leave, like, your footprint in, like, dirt or sand. It's, like, a lot of stuff. The color black needs to be more considered positive live, like electrical work. Like, there is stuff out there, like, you would be shocked, okay? Like, this is the problem is that the people who, like, really practice it was like my great aunts and the generation before. And so in my family, so a lot of them are past. So I wasn't able to learn everything. There's certain things I picked up along the way, but so I had to find somebody else to teach. Like you had to find like somebody else to be willing to teach you. And a lot of people, you know, this is like more of a culture thing. Like this is passed down through their family. So no, people usually are not teaching you, like really want to just take you on and let me just show you, you know. So I was practiced. She said, you'll be shot with electrical work. Great response. I love it. The most high rules always look out for babies on people. So I was doing stuff when I was like constantly being drawn to it that I didn't even know what I was doing, because one of the practitioners, she basically told me, she said, in this world is a difference from being like a technician and being a professional. Like, you know, in work, like when we call people like professionals, we mean like people who study, doctors, scientists, lawyers. Those are considered people like professionals. And then you have people like maybe like a person who comes out and do your HVAC system or electrician or something. You have people like that. Those are called like technicians. So it was like in this world, there's a difference from like professionals and technicians. I was on technician level. Like I may learn how to do stuff, but you gotta like, I know people who's like, it's been through their family. So they're like real professionals. So if they do something, they know how to undo the stuff, but because they've been brought up with it. So there's a difference. So as a technician, you shouldn't be doing a lot of shit. And I was doing shit. Okay, I was doing shit. And then I would have to go into someone, was Jesus a carpenter? Not sure really. I would have to go to someone to find out how to not do, you know, undo some stuff. Like I brought when I was living in my sister's house, I know I was bringing spirits up in her house. Didn't even know I was bringing spirits up in her house until I realized I was bringing spirits up in her house. Like, you crazy, okay? So I'll tell y'all one more story. So I was so when I travel and stuff, I always like, because my parents used to do it when I was younger. We would travel, they would always take us to like bookstores and stuff. Sister, you have a point. So when I travel and stuff, especially if I ain't got to be the person driving, I always like to go get books. Or even like, you go to like even the truck stops, they'll have like books. I will always get books. So I was traveling and I picked up this one book, and it was like this woman, it was like voodoo, but it was like this woman, she integrated like her family history and spells. It was all in this one book. And I bought this book, and it was good reading. And then I was like flipping through. Was this book? Okay, so I was flipping through. I don't know. I'm thinking of two different books. But I was flipping through one book back in the day when I was like trying to really, trying to become more of a professional, but everything ain't gonna be a book. But I was flipping through a book, and then I got to the back, not reading, just flipping through one of the books. And I got to the back, and there was the chapter that was in the last chapter of the book, Pretty Darn Brown Eyes, was how to sell your soul. Okay, thank you. I do grow a lot of hair, but I shaved it because I grow a lot of hair, and I'm on hormone replacement therapy. So I do grow a mustache. I've always been a hairy person. So I was flipping through the book, and the last chapter of the book was how to sell your soul. I did not read that book. I instantly threw that book away. I'm like, what if I don't even want it in my head, okay? I don't want to even be saying it in my head, whatever it is. I don't even want to read it. I read the first lines. This is how to sell your soul. I threw this shit away. I'm not doing all that, okay? We ain't selling nothing over here, okay? We ain't selling no souls to no damn devil, okay? Get in touch with me. We ain't doing that, okay? But, okay, so this other book that I had, I bought it, and it was like this family, woman's history, all these spells, whatever. So I tried to toss the book. I read the book. And I tossed the book. I was like, because my family was like, some of my family was getting on me. Oh my God, get over that your daddy left you when he was younger. And he went on and raised a whole different family other than you. Why are you taking hormones? Are you born a man or woman? No, I'm taking hormones because my testosterone in my body. Women also have testosterone in their body. My testosterone in my body was low, so I'm taking hormones. Okay. All right. Oh, so I got this book. I read this book, I threw it away because my family was like really getting on me, like, oh. And all my family don't get on me. All my family don't. Okay. But I was listening to like my siblings and stuff, and they're trying to get on me, so I threw the book away. Do you not know? It was so funny because my friend came over my house a few weeks later. This was not a popular book, voodoo book. It was not a popular book. My friend came over my house a few weeks later, and she was like, Rox, I came across this book, and I thought it would be interesting for you. She brought the same damn book. It was not a new book or anything. How your fancy's doing today? I'm doing good. It was not a popular book or nothing. She was like, Rox, I came across this book and I thought you would like it. You would be interested. It was the same daggone book. I was like, see, so he be following me. It was the same book. You from New York? Originally New Jersey. It was the same book. I tell you no lie. Look at you, Kaylin Carter, acting like I'm ghost. I literally could text my friend right now, and if she replied back, she would let you know it was the same damn voodoo book. Why do you look bald and have hair? Maybe because my hair is light. Maybe because I have a large forehead. Do I look bald? Do I look bald? Do I? I don't know. Maybe I'm bald, or maybe I just have a huge ass forehead. All right, y'all. So I'm going. I'll come back. I'm not coming back tomorrow. I gotta. Raising Cane? I think I have. Okay, tell me why I should see Raising Cane. You ever seen Raising Cane? Hold on. Raising Cane, is that the show series or movie? Not from New York. She's Southern. I'm originally from the North, but I've been in the South long enough. That's why I have an accent. I've never disposed of those. That's the one thing I keep. I don't dispose of those. You give off the vibe of Kansas mom. Because of my hair? No, I'm originally from the north, but I've been here long enough to have a southern accent. Because I came here in grade school. It's an awesome series. Gotta watch it. Oh, okay. I know what you're speaking of. Yes. Isn't there a news, I think I saw a commercial, like a new, what do you call it? Series or something, or a new something. No, to show you like the goddess. New series or something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I recently saw it. Okay. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I want to work out. Season. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. I said series. Season. New series. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. A lot of the black, like, hood shows, I more so have came across and learned about them the last 2 years. So I usually will like cram them in. Like the series are probably already over, and I usually cram them in and catch up. Like I've only maybe last year, The Shy, isn't it called Shy? I started watching The Shy, and then I stopped watching The Shy when I broke up with my ex because my ex looks like, oh boy, what's his name? The Shy good too. My ex looks like the pastor guy. What's his name in real life? He's from New Jersey, got the locks. My ex looked like him, so I had to stop watching it. I was like, ugh. My ex is from Brooklyn though. Yeah. All right. I mean, I gotta go. I need to go work out. Ciao.